Hi, everybody. Shalom. I'm Dr. Kelly, and this is our welcome and introduction video to our spring semester course, New Testament History and Religion. See, I got my Point Loma shirt on to celebrate the beginning of this kind of unusual semester, but I'm excited to be beginning this journey through the ancient writings we call the New Testament in our Bibles, and see what we can learn together. Let me tell you what I want to do in these few minutes here is just give you an orientation to the course and show you around, particularly our Canvas site. And on our Canvas site, two things important: the syllabus and the modules. So those are the places you want to go always to find out what's going on in this course, our Canvas site, and then look at the syllabus and look at the modules. But first, let me say a couple of things, because I know there's been a little bit of confusion. And it is confusing. These are confusing times. So let me tell you what's going on with the format of our class. We hope that sometime soon we will be able to meet inside a classroom on the Point Loma campus each week for class. Okay. But until that time comes, we are going to have this class fully online. So we're going to start fully online, and we're going to keep going fully online until the time comes when they say, okay, you can start meeting inside a classroom face-to-face on the Point Loma campus. So what that means is you will have work independently, asynchronously, to do online each week, starting March 1st, the week of March 1st. But we will also have live online Zoom class meetings. And you'll see in just a second, they will occur on Wednesdays, but not every Wednesday. So we'll talk more about that in a minute. But that's what we'll do from now at the beginning and until the time comes when they say, okay, you can start meeting inside a classroom on the Point Loma campus. Then we'll talk and we'll reconfigure. Okay, but until then, we're fully online with live online Zoom class sessions on Wednesdays, but not every Wednesday. Okay, so hold that thought. We'll talk more about it. Also, before I look at the logistics of the class, I just want to say a word about what this course is. So New Testament history and religion. Basically, this is our introduction to the New Testament course. Sort of what is the New Testament portion of the Bible? Where did it come from? How do we get it? How should we read it? Why does it matter? That's what this course is. And I want to say right at the beginning, so everybody's clear, this course does not presume any prior knowledge of the New Testament or anything about the New Testament. So I know some of you, maybe you grew up in church, maybe you went to a Christian school or whatever, and you've read a lot of the Bible, and that's great. That's awesome. But others of you, maybe it's the total opposite. Maybe you didn't grow up in this at all. You don't have any experience of knowledge of any of that. That's awesome too. Okay, this course doesn't presume any prior knowledge, so everybody's kind of on equal footing as we jump into working through this collection of ancient writings we call the New Testament in an academic class sort of way. Okay, so with that said, what I want to do now is go ahead and share the screen and take you to our Canvas site for our class. So here you can see it, and I want to show you a few things here, but right at the beginning, just to mention right off to the side here, in case somehow you're new or not familiar with Canvas, two most important tabs. Here's the syllabus tab, and here's the modules tab. So I'll just show you real quick. The best place to find the syllabus, right there under that syllabus tab, if you just come here and click on this, then just wait a minute, and you gotta wait for the computer to load, but after it loads, you'll see the syllabus for our course sitting there on the screen. And this is where you can come back, and I want to go through a few things right on this to begin with. Okay, so before I do that, I think I want to go back to our home screen for a second. So I'll take you back to the home page of our Canvas site. And right here on the home page is kind of everything you need to know about the format of the class. So you can see at the beginning here what the course is. That this is, again, an introduction to the New Testament, and what is the sort of critical academic scholarly study of these ancient writings. But what I want to pay attention to especially is here on the front page is the format of the course that I was just talking about. So again, what it says here in writing, if you need it in writing, right, is that until the time comes when we can meet inside a classroom on the Point Loma campus, we're going to be meeting fully online. So some of the work will be independent, asynchronous, where you'll do it on your own, starting right there on March 1st as the semester kicks off using our Canvas site. But then we will also have some live online Zoom class sessions together. And here's how we're doing it. Notice it right there on the screen. In order to avoid kind of Zoom fatigue and overload and all that, until we can meet in person on campus, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have live online on Zoom class sessions only on Wednesdays, not Mondays. Okay, not Mondays, only on Wednesdays, and only every other Wednesday. Not every Wednesday, just every other Wednesday. And it will be at our assigned time, which is from 11 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. California time. Make sure you're on California time. That's our class session. So we will meet live on Zoom for class every other Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. California time. Okay, and in case you need it, here's the dates all laid out for you. So the first one is on Wednesday, March the 1st. First one is on Wednesday, March the 3rd. I looked right at it and said something else. Wednesday, March 3rd at 11 a.m. And then the next one, 2 weeks later, Wednesday, March 17th, not March 10th, March 17th, 11 a.m. California time, etc. Okay, so that's what we'll do until the time comes when we can meet inside a classroom on Point Loma's campus. When that time comes, then we'll change this up. Okay, so that's the key thing for the format to begin right away. All right, our first meeting live online Zoom for class will be Wednesday, March 3rd, not Monday, March 1st, but Wednesday, March 3rd at 11 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. California time. Okay, let's talk about the syllabus. So I'm going to scoot back over here. I'm going to click the syllabus tab, and then I'm going to click this and bring up the syllabus. I'm going to walk you through a couple of the most important things for our New Testament course. All right. So first of all, when the syllabus loads here, it's waiting. There it is. You will see my information is at the top right there. My email is there. That's the best way to get in touch with me. Happy to correspond with you. I'm happy to set up Zoom with you if you have questions, or even if you just like there's stuff you want to talk about with the course or whatever. I'm happy to do that. So just contact me anytime. Here at the top left is what I was just saying, that until we can meet together in a classroom, what we'll do, live online independent work starts March 1st, and then our first class session on Zoom is Wednesday, March 3rd, 11 a.m. And that's then every other Wednesday. Okay, from there on, there's the format again. Okay, let's go through some of this. You can see, might be good if I scroll through it the right way here. Okay, scrolling ahead, you can see the course description that I was mentioning. This as an introduction to the Old Testament within the context of Christian origins. So we'll talk a little bit more about what that means as we go along and how to study it. You can see the learning outcomes and some other things. But in the middle of page 2, I want to call your attention to the course text. There is one required textbook for this course. You can see it there. It is the New Interpreter's Study Bible. You want to make sure you get this and get it right away because we got to use it. Now, I know that many of you probably have a Bible already, but you do need to get this particular study Bible for this course. And the reason is it's not just a Bible. It's actually a combination Bible and textbook. So inside of it, there's all kinds of articles and essays and things that we'll be using as like the main textbook for the class, in addition to the biblical translation that's in there. So make sure you get the New Interpreter's Study Bible, get it right away, have it ready to use right from the beginning, and that will be our main textbook for the entire semester, just one. Okay. All right. Then course requirements. Right. You see participation and attendance there. Remember, while we're meeting online, those online live Zoom sessions every other Wednesday, those are required attendance, and attendance will be taken. So make sure you are there for those and ready to go, just as if they were face-to-face class in person. Readings, this is obviously a literature course. It's just the New Testament literature. So there's a lot of readings, and most of the quizzes are based on those. So you want to keep up with that. But then number 3 there, here's the main thing you're doing each week in this course. Okay. So every week in this course, using our Canvas site, you're going to have a lecture video to watch. You're going to have readings from the New Interpreter Study Bible to read, and some other things online to read, and so forth. And then here's the assignment. Every week by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. California time. So by the end of the week, right? By Sunday, 11:59 p.m., you're going to come on Canvas and you're going to post 3 observations that you've drawn from that week's readings and videos and lecture video and all that. Okay, not 3 observations for every reading, but just 3 observations from the whole batch of readings. And what you want to do is give us a statement or an observation, something that was talked about in the read, something that stood out to you in the reading, whatever it is. And then notice that second part. Make sure for each one of your observations, you explain briefly why you thought it was significant. Okay, so make sure it's real clear. Make sure I can see you got 3, like number them, 1, 2, 3, and then explain. Here's what I saw. Here's what I observed. Here's why I think it's significant. 1, 2, 3. Turn that in by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. Now, one special note. Notice what's in italics there. If that week there is assigned reading from the Bible, I mean actual Bible passages, then one of your 3 observations has to be from the Bible passages you read. Okay, the other 2 can be from the essays or from the videos or whatever. But if there's Bible passages assigned, one of your 3 observations has to come directly from the biblical passages that you read that week. Okay, about 400 words all total. Then the second part of that assignment every week is by the following Tuesday, so just a few days later by 11:59 p.m., you're going to come back on Canvas and you're going to post responses to 2 classmates' observations that they made. Okay, about 200 words total, just one response for 2 different classmates. Okay, and what I'm telling you to do there is go on there and thoughtfully engage what they posted as their 3 observations. Okay, maybe make an observation about their observation, or ask a question, or add to what they observed, something like that. So that's the assignment each and every week of the course, starting the very first week. You do the readings, you watch the lecture video, whatever, and then by Sunday, 11:59 p.m., you go on and post your 3 observations from the readings. And then by the following Tuesday, 11:59, make sure you go back and post responses to 2 classmates' observations. Each and every week, that's what you do. Okay, then number 4, in addition, there are a few reading quizzes, what I like to call celebrations of learning. That's because they're not quizzes. They are chances for you to celebrate that which you are learning in this class. Okay, well, I'm trying. But anyway, reading quizzes, celebration of learning, you will take these on Canvas. They come up maybe every other week or so, so you'll see those as you go along. And then number 5, on the next page, there is a final exam or final celebration of learning that comes up at the end of the class. Okay, so that's basically what you're looking at for the whole course. You've got each week the observations and your responses. And then you've got some quizzes, some celebrations of learning sprinkled in there. And then, of course, the final exam, the final celebration of learning. You'll notice there here at the top of this page, there is also an optional extra credit paper that you can do. Later, notice it's due on May 19th. Okay, so you can read up on that. It's optional, but you can read up on that and know that that's there. Okay, a couple other things real quick. Here's some stuff in the syllabus on use of technology. On page 5, there's a few things, but I want to particularly call your attention in the middle of page 5. Here's the grading. So here you can see how many points everything is worth, so you can know what you're doing. Here's the attendance policy again. And then on page 6, you can see a few things here, but I want to call your attention to the late work policy. Be careful not to lose points for turning stuff in late. Here's the grace period. You can see it right there. If you miss an assignment, you have up to 1 week after the original due date to get the assignment in for half credit. Okay, after a week, you can't get any credit for it. Okay, that's the grace period, except for extra credit assignments. They have to be turned in on time. And then notice here's the statement on inclusivity or inclusive language. Make sure you read that. We want to use inclusive language for human beings in what we post and how we talk and things like that. And then you can see a couple of things with academic honesty and accommodations. But then I want to show you here, beginning in the middle of page 7, is the week by week course outline for the entire course. You need to come back and look for it. So here you can see on week 1, we have a live Zoom class on Wednesday, March 3rd at 11 a.m. And then you can see, okay, here's the lecture video. Here's the readings you're supposed to be doing. Okay, and then you'll notice here's your assignment. Remember, the 3 observations by Sunday, replies to 2 students, classmates by Tuesday, and there's no quiz that first week. And then it goes on from there. So that brings me then to the most important thing. I'm going to come over here and click on the modules tab. This is where you will use and find the stuff to do week by week and to input your assignments and all that. So just showing you real quick, you can see if you go down here to module 1, which is weeks 1 to 3, and you go to week 1, it's going to be starting points and why study the New Testament. That's our topic. Notice, boom, we have an online class meeting on Zoom Wednesday, March 3rd, 11 a.m. So if you click on that, you're going to then see the link you should click right there to join the class session at 11 a.m. California time on Wednesday, March 3rd. So then if I go back to the module for week 1, you can see, okay, here's where you're going to find the video you're supposed to watch and the readings and all that. So if you click on that, you're going to see, okay, here's week 1, come down here. Here's my lecture video for week 1 you're supposed to watch. Here's the readings from the New Interpreter's Study Bible you're supposed to do. And then here's another quick video to watch, etc. So there's your materials to read or to watch for like week 1. And then come down here, week 1, here's reading, postings, and responses to 2 classmates. So if you click on that, here's where you're going to input your 3 observations by Sunday, March 7th, this case, at 11:59 p.m. And then come back by Tuesday and post your 2 responses to classmates. And notice there's no quiz. There's no celebration of learning on week 1, or else it would be right there. And you can see there is one down here on week 2. Okay, so that's basically what we're looking at for the class. I know it's a bit of an unusual, crazy semester, but really looking forward to making this journey through this anthology of early Christian writings we call the New Testament and seeing what we can learn about them. So for now, okay, reach out if you have any questions, send me an email, whatever. But for now, remember your independent online work, watching the lecture video, reading, posting your observations, that will all begin right away on March 1st. And I will see you for the first time online for our live Zoom class session on Wednesday, not Monday, Wednesday, March the 3rd at from 11 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. California time. Okay, until then, shalom, everybody.